Hello guys, you are welcome back again to our HTML tutorial and you are still watching Codeface. Please, if this is your first time of coming to our channel, please kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. Don't forget, in this channel we are going to be guiding you guys on how you can begin your tech journey as a web developer, as a full stack web developer. Yet we have already covered the WordPress aspect of it, which you can actually learn the WordPress aspect of it and start making money with it. And now we have already we have concluded this will be the last tutorial for HTML, which we're going to be doing the practical aspect of all we have already covered in HTML tutorial. So we're going to be using all those things we have covered in HTML tutorial to build or structure our resume website. Now don't forget that this tutorial will not actually be the last for HTML video we're going to be dropping in our channel. As time goes on, subsequently we are going to be dropping some videos, helpful videos that will help you achieve a particular task when you are building a website. So please stay tuned to our channel and subscribe to our channel so that whenever we drop these helpful videos, you will not miss out on them. Now, today, like I said, we're going to be dealing with HTML, the practical aspect of HTML. In this tutorial, we're going to be using mostly the table we have treated in our HTML tutorial, and we're also going to be using part of the form elements. And we'll be seeing some field sets, all these things we are going to be seeing them. We have already treated them in our tutorial. So please, if you have not watched any of our HTML tutorial, please go back and watch them so that you can be able to understand this particular tutorial we are doing. Because if you don't understand how table works, you cannot be able to structure your resume using table. So let's get back to business. Okay, all this is what we treated in our last tutorial. All this is what we treated in our last tutorial. So I'm going to clear this, all of them, and start again with our boilerplate. And before that, let me just bring out our structure. I just use my Vero tools, do something like a framework of what we actually want to achieve with HTML, just like the structure of what we actually want to achieve in HTML. Now, this structure now is very important because whenever you want to build a website, you first of all draw the flow of that website. This will help you to actually understand what you are about to do. You get, you don't carry everything in your head. You have to draw it out in your side in a paper. Use a Vero and draw it out in a paper. Then, as you are doing it, you are coding it. You're coding it accordingly, so that you will not forget any flow or any step. Okay, so that's why it's important you structure these things or you draw it out as something like skeletal drawing. Okay, that will help you, that will be a guide as you are building the website. So like you can see in our first line, we have the profile picture. When some CV or some resume, we have a profile picture by the left hand side. Then by the right hand side, we have brief info about you, where you can write maybe brief info, your name, your age, your email, your phone number, something like that. So, and after that, we have little objective. You can write objective about what you want to achieve, maybe in the company you want to work with. Okay, the company you want to work with, what you actually want to achieve. You can write a little bit objective about it, depending on how you want to structure your CV. Okay, this is just an example. Now, after that, we have education. Under the education, you can have the certificate you achieved, maybe O-level, BSc, Masters, and so on and so forth, and the year you actually graduated, or the year you actually corrected that, or you ended that program. Not just between you ended that program. Now, the next one is skills. Now, under skills, you can have maybe graphics, blogging, web development, UI UX design, and beside it, you can have maybe star, 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, depending on the length, as in how you actually the length you know that particular skill. If you know that particular skill very well, you can give it 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, depending on what actually you want to give it. Now the last we're going to be adding is contact me. Now in this contact me, if time will permit us, we're going to be linking it to our contact form. So we're going to create a different contact form so that whenever someone click on it, it's going to direct them to another page where they can fill info about themselves and submit to admin. Now admin will actually see that submission or those details the person filled in his or her email. So this is what we are going to be doing in this tutorial. So please subscribe to this channel. It's going to help you a lot. Subscribe to this because they're going to be dropping educative videos that will help you become a full stack web developer. So let's go to business. Now I have to clear these things I have here. This is how, if I create a new file which is index.html, this is how my file will look like. Now first of all, let me bring out my boilerplate HTML. Remember, if you want to bring out the guys, you can use the shortcut, you can type it anyone. And let me save. Now I have to change the title to maybe resume. Now inside this body is where I will start writing my code. Now what is the first thing there? The first thing there is what we have a profile picture, and beside the profile picture we have a brief info about you. Now for you to be able to achieve this, so it can be side by side, that's left and right, you must make use of your table. Now that's why I said if you have not watched the table, our table tutorial, please go back and watch that, because we explained everything you need to know, as in 80% of what you need to know, how you can be able to structure your website with table. So we explained a lot on that particular tutorial. So go back and watch that tutorial so you can be able to understand this particular one we are going to be doing now. So now for you to bring out your table, you type your table tag. Now this is table, so this will communicate to your browser that okay, you actually want to structure your website with table, or you actually want to display table here. So inside that table, like I said, table, when you talk about table, you must have a row and a column. And we say in our last tutorial that the vertical aspect of the table is what the vertical demarcation line in that table is what is the column, while the horizontal what is the row. So that's what we taught in our last tutorial. Okay, so inside that place we have one row. And inside that one row we have two table data. Two table data, because the first table data is what profile picture and the second one is what brief info about you. But these two are inside one row, that's why they are together. But if you put it in different rows, they're going to be in different rows. They're not going to be in the same line. Just see row as a line. When I say row, it means just see it as a line. One line, straight line, another one, another row, another table row, another line. So you understand it better. So first one is table row. Inside this table row, that's where I'm going to have my TD for what? For profile picture, and another TD for what? For brief info about you. Now inside this TD, first TD, I will have my image tag. Are you seeing it? We have treated the image tag. So go back to our tag, our tutorial on tag, and understand how tag works. Now inside this source, I'm going to source my image, which we have already treated. And let me just make use of this one that is not inside any folder. You can see this image is not inside any folder. It's already in our working folder, so I don't need to type any folder. So I just have to write the name direct. Now alternative, you can say this is our profile pics. We have already treated why this is important. This is for the first data, table data, and the second table data will be brief info about you. Now please permit me to go and copy my brief info about me here. Okay, this is objective. Okay, let me just copy this first line. Let me just copy this first line and paste here. I can put it inside a p tag if I want. I can put it inside a p tag if I want. I can still paste it direct. So let me just put it inside a p tag. Let me enter. I think this is okay. Now let's see how this looks. Now let me go live. Okay, this image is too big. You can see it's too big. So I just have to come here again and add another attribute. So another attribute is what? Width. Width can be 80 or let me see 100. Alright, I think this is okay. Let me say increase the width to 200. Alright, I think this is okay, right? Okay, this is okay now. Now, sometimes, depending on the image you are adding, sometimes when you add this image, you will see that this image and this write-up will be together. You will not see any space in there. They will be packed together. So that's why you have to use another attribute, another table attribute called, we have something like called table cell spacing. Cell spacing. We have cell spacing. You can see cell spacing should be 100. You can see that this thing, are you seeing it? It has increased. It has given space to this to all these places. So you can see the space between this image and this write-up has increased. Okay, so assuming the image, because why this if I remove this cell spacing here, I should remove this. You see that it's normal because the width of this image, as in the image is not actually covering all the width. That's why okay, let me add something here. Let me add something to understand what I'm trying to say. Let me add border. This is CSS though. Border, can say 2ps. 2ps. Sorry, black. Are you seeing it? This is CSS. We are going to be seeing it in CSS. So are you seeing the image? This is where the image actually ended, and you can see there is no space again. So assuming this image ended here and there is no space, you have to use what? You have to use your cell spacing here. Cell spacing can be, can say 10. So actually, sorry, it's cell spacing. And can you see it has given a little bit that space this right off from the image you get. But because this image is actually the background is actually white and this background is actually white, so you will not notice the space you get. And this is also a PNG image, so that's why even if you didn't add this cell spacing, because the image already has a space already there, it hasn't. Okay, that's why even if you didn't add this cell spacing here, the spacing will be okay. Yes, but in any case whereby you add image and you find out that the space between the image and the write-up is not okay, you can make use of what the cell spacing to space things out. Now that's for that. Now let me remove this border back. Let me remove this border back. Now that's for the first one, right? Now inside this space you can still have, or you can still have you can still break this thing down, break. Then here you can have your email. You can see this blog @gmail.com, for example, gmail.com. Now I can decide to bold this. My email. I can decide to bold my email. So I should carry this email right and put inside the bold. Let's see. Are you seeing it? I think this. Let me remove this. So okay, I think it's normal now. Are you seeing it? Email. Can also add another one. Though we can use p tag to add them. You can add this inside p tag if you want. Carry these things, this thing, and put inside here. So it will be inside p tag. Then this big should be. Another p tag can be for, let me bold inside the bold. I will write phone number. Then outside the p tag, because I only want to bold, I want to bold only the phone number. I don't want to bold other things, the phone number itself, the number itself. Now I can have my phone number, any number I want to add here. Phone number. Are you seeing it? Now this is the default spacing you have here. This is the default spacing, which in CSS can actually make it to come a little bit closer. You get it? Now let's continue. For example, this is your profile picture, and this is a little bit info about you, and you have here your information, your email and your phone number. And after that, you can have, we have a little objective. Now this is our table, right? In our table, this is our first table. We are done with this first table. Now let's write our objective. We can put this objective inside a field set. We have already treated field sets. We can put this objective inside a field set when we treated form. So as we want to submit this information, we can bring out our form and start typing our form data, our form element inside. But because we don't actually want to submit this little objective, so I just have to bring out my field set. And I said that field set works with what? Legend. So I can bring out my legend also. Legend is just like the caption. You get the caption. Maybe if you want to group a similar information together, you can use this field set and this legend to group them together. So this legend should be what? Objective. Now after the legend, I can now type my objective. I can use p tag. Now permit me again to go and copy my objective here, my portfolio. Permit me again to copy this first line below. Now let me paste it here. Now let me paste it. I've pasted it here. I can still, instead of using Blake, I can still use another p tag to demarcate this. Let me use this p tag. Okay, let me just duplicate this. And let me start my goal. Let me delete my goal and leave it here. Okay, so that it will be in two p tag instead of one p tag. Now, let me check. Okay, I think it's making sense now, right? Making sense. So this is the effect of that. Those two p tag I used instead of one p tag. Okay, that's giving this one another p tag. This one is the first p tag, while this one is the second p tag. So you can see the spacing here. So that's the default spacing for p tag. Now the next one, I can actually bold this objective. I want to bold this objective, I just have to come here and type my b tag. Now I have to, inside this b tag, I have to carry this, cut this objective and put it inside the b tag. Well, that's what I actually want to bold. You can see that's bold. That's it. You can make it italics anyone. Remember, we have treated these things. So the next one I'm going to have is education. I can say, okay, I don't want to add my education inside the field tag. I can just add it as a bold. Let me add it bold. Okay, let me add this now as H. Let me make use of H3. And inside the H3 I can use bold also. Okay, just use H3 like that. I can say education. Yeah, it's already bold because H3 will bold it. So that's why I say let me leave bold. That education, I can use, instead of using fees, I can use HR to demarcate it. I can use HR, I saying it, so that this person will know, okay, this line is for education. Now under the education, I can have another table because I have certificates and I also have year I graduated. Okay, so I have to put this inside the table because there's no way I can actually achieve it without putting it inside the table. You get without, because we have not treated CSS. So for the sake of this tutorial, which is HTML, the only way you can actually achieve this is when you put it inside a table. When you can put it inside a table so that you can structure it very well. Now let's bring out our table again. Now inside the table, I'll have to do the similar thing that I did here because it's only one row with two data sets inside. Now inside this table row, inside the table row, I have my TD, first TD, which is for certificates, second TD, which is for year. I can say year, I can say year I graduate. Sorry, I can say certificates. Let's check. Okay, certificate and year, and let me space this thing out. I can space it out so that it can have some spaces there. Let me space cell spacing. I say 20. Alright, I spaced it out. Can still space it more. I think 30 should be okay. Yeah, 30 should be okay. Now let me go to certificates. Now under the certificate, I can now write my this serves as, okay, let me just put this as, instead of table data, let me put it as table head. Do you know why I'm putting it as the table head? I've already explained it in the last tutorial, and I say that table head will bold the head, just like the head of the table, to bold it, to be in bold format. So instead of me typing table data as coming here to bold it again, I can just type my table head to bold everything for me. I say it just bold this particular stuff for me. Now inside after the table row, I have another table row again for the data. Now I have to input the data for this certificate and for the year. Now if I want to input the data, I can now make use of my table data, because I don't want to bold it again. So I've already bolded it, showing that this is the head, table head. So anybody going through the website, once he or she has seen this particular stuff bold in both format, you will understand that, okay, this is table head, and under here you will now have your table data. Now let me input my table data. I can have my O level. Now inside the O level, I can have another one, which is what? The year. The year should be what? 1998. Anyone? It's just example. I seen it. The year, the certificate, the year. This is the O level. Now this is the year I graduated. You can say from this year to this year, anyone. I seen it. Now remember, please take note of this. I said in our last tutorial, when we treated the table, I said that when you have two table data here, table head here, you must have two table data here. As far as you don't want to spam any row or column, you must have two table data. If you have two table head here, you must have two table data here. So this is what we treated in our last tutorial, and I think it's very, very important, because if you say, let me add another table here, table head, table data here, and you can see it will not be corresponding to any table head again. So for this thing to correspond to another table head, you must come here and add another table head, so that the two can correspond together. I seen it. So this is what we said in our last tutorial. So please go back and watch that tutorial. Now if I want to add for the second certificate, I can duplicate this. I can just duplicate because I'm still going to type in the same thing. I can change it to BSc, and I can change the year. This is just example number, just give it. So any year that you are seeing here, just know that it's okay. Let me just use current year in 2023, 2020. Alright, this should be, for example, 1990 or 2000. Let me use 2000. Should be 4 years, right? 2002, 2 years. Okay, 6 years. This one should be 6 years. Anyway, any year you don't want to use here, just add it. So now you can see for BSc you have this, for this one you have this. Now remember we gave this table cell spacing. That's why there's too much spacing here. Let's assume I give it. Let me give it 10. You can see the spacing has reduced. Are you seeing the work of the cell spacing? Now that's for this one. That's for this one. Then you can see add more. You can see add more if you want to add more. Now the next one we're going to be seeing is what? The skills. This is very important. The skills you have, you can list them out. Also, you can add them inside a table too. You can add them inside a table too. Now, if you want to add them, now first of all, let me make use of my field sets. I so much love this field set when HTML is concerned. Field set, then legend. Inside the legend I will have skills. Okay, after the legend I can now have my my form. Sorry, not form, table. I can have my table. Then inside the table, okay, inside the table, from what I have shown you guys, let's check that structure again. Let's check that structure again. Now if you go back to that skills, you will notice that graphics has its own star, blogging has its own star. Again, you can see add more. Well, for these two, they have their own star, and both of them are together. Yet this one is by the left hand side, while this one is by the right hand side. Now, if for you to achieve this, you can actually achieve this without table chart. But for you to structure your table, your website very well and make it look nice, get professionally, you have to use table. You have to make use of what? Make use of table. You get. Now let's try it out. Now the first one is for table row. Remember, first of all, type your table row. Now how many rows do we have there? We have 2 rows, graphics and for what? For blogging. Okay, so we are going to type our 2 rows here. Now inside the first row, how many table data do we have? We have 2 table data. We have graphics and the star. Now table data. We're not making use of table here because we don't actually want to bold it. We don't want to bold, we just want it to be normal. So table data should be graphics. Now in a separate tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can format your code so that it will be readable. How you can format your code, but that will be on a separate tutorial. So I advise you to turn on, you subscribe to our channel so that you can be able to get this type of tutorials as we progress. Now another table data can be star. Now if you want to bring out your star, if you're using Windows, you just have to use your window window key. That's that Windows 10 key. You can click on it and click your dot. That's Windows dot. It will bring out your stars. It will bring out your emoji. You get. So let's make use of star. I just have to come here and type star. Okay, let me make use of this one. 1, 2, 3. Let me give it 5 stars. 5 stars. As that's for this one. I can equally duplicate this. I can just copy this like this and paste in the second one. Remember what I told you. If I see Elena, it's always advisable you type these things by yourself. You just have to come here and change this plugin. Maybe remove 1 star. Okay, let's see how it looks now. I think it's looking nice. Skills, under the skills we have graphics, blogging. Now I can actually bold these skills just like I bold this one, edit in this one. So I just have to come here and type my bold and copy this, paste inside this place. Oh yeah, As you can think, it's looking nice. I think this is looking nice. All right, now the last one we are going to do, okay, we can actually duplicate this. You can as well duplicate this, because I'm still going to have it into 2. And let me duplicate this so that I just copy and paste. I can just duplicate only one. Let me type another row. This one can be for website, web development, or web. And I can give this one another 5-star Windows dots. Okay, let's check. Alright, are you seeing it, guys? So I think this is nice. Now let's go to the last one, which is what? Contact me. Contact me. This is very, very important, because if you go to a website, you must see a contact form. But because we are still making use of HTML alone, remember the tutorial how to build a resume, how to structure a resume website using HTML. So we are not going to be using anything CSS here. We are still strictly going to be using HTML. So our form is not going to look that nice. It's just a structure. Then your CSS, you can actually style it when we start doing CSS and make it look beautiful. Okay, guys, we have seen the profile piece. We have seen the brief info, objective, education, the skills. And the last one you're going to be seeing, according to what we sketched out here, is the contact me. Now, this is what we actually want to achieve. When a user comes to your website, he will see after reading the portfolio or the resume, he will see the contact me at the ending. So the person can actually click on that contact me. It will take that person to contact form, as in contact page, where the person will fill out the form there and submit. Yeah, then admin will see the message, the user email, and get back to that person. So this is what we actually want to achieve with HTML alone. Like I said, HTML alone. Now, for you to achieve this, it's that you make use of your anchor tag. It's that you make use of your anchor tag here, like anchor tag like this. You can type your contact me here. Then in this href, you can type the contact, the file here, contact.html here. If you come here, you see it. So once they click on contact me, it's going to go towards contact.html, where they will fill the form. After filling the form, they can submit the form. Once they have submitted the form, then that's when admin will see it and get back to them. This is one of the ways you can actually achieve this. Or another way you can achieve it is using form. Remember, we have treated form. Another way you can do using form. This is a long process, but I think this is more professional. You get using form. But because there is no submission here, we don't actually want to submit anything here. So using form is just like a long process, and it does not actually matter here. The place is going to matter is in the second page. That's that place you fill the form. You must make use of form. You must make use of your form tag so that they can be able to submit the form. Because without the form, you cannot be able to get the name attributes and other things there. So you must make use of form in the second page. But on this particular page where we have contact me, you don't actually need to make use of form, because it's going to be a waste of time. You just have to make use of your anchor tag, because we have treated anchor tag, and say that anchor tag will just create a clickable link whereby you can click on it and it will link you to another file in your folder or another website or external website. So that's it. So this is one of the way you can do that, which is this one. Another way you can do that, let me comment this. Another way you can do that is using form. So you just have to use form here. Form, the action should be what? Contact.html. Then inside the form, you make use of what? You can make use of button. Inside this button, you can have contact me, or you can make use of input. Then inside the type of input, you make use of what? Submit. So you make use of button because it's a button type. Then And I say that once you're making use of input tag is button, you must put the value so that this contact me can be visible, because without this value you will not be seeing any write-up on that button. You can see this one is showing contact me because I made use of button direct, and inside this button I wrote my contact me. But in this case I made use of inputs and the type is what? Button, but I don't have any value that's going to display to the visitor showing that okay, this button is for contact me, so it's just empty. So for me to show something there, I have to come here and write my value, which is what? Contact me. Now when you check out this, it's going to show contact me. Okay, so in this place now, once I click on contact me, it's going to go to contact.html because that's my action. It's going to go to what? Contact.html and what? And run. Okay, it's going to direct me to contact.html because that's where that's my action here. Okay. So, and all these things must be within the form. You can see all these things are within the form. All these things are within the form, so you must add them within the form for it to work. Okay, so let's try and see. So if you click on this one, it's going to go to what? Contact.html. It's going to go to what? Contact.html. Now if you click on this, it's not actually going to go because you just said it's a button. So let me change it to submit. Let's try it and see. Are you seeing it? It's now submitting to what? To contact.html. So when you're making use of a form, I actually want to use the input to submit. You must change the type to what? To submit, and the value should be what? Contact me. The value should be contact me. As far as you're not making use of PHP, that's the backend, that's the name attribute. You just want to make use of the type and the value, and you want to submit the form, and you're making use of input, you must send this into submit so you can be able to submit to this particular action. I hope this is okay. Now this is the second method you can actually use. Now I don't actually need to go through the long process of this. Let me just comment this and make use of this. Now another tag I want to show you guys is center. I want to center this contact. The center tag is actually used to center your work. You can either use it to center your text. So inside this center tag, I'll have my anchor tag here. Let me go back. Let me refresh. Okay, you can see it's contact me. You can see contact me. This is centered now. So because of this center tag I wrote here, that's why this particular stuff here is centered. So inside this center now, okay, inside this my contact.html, which is here, I have the file already. So if you don't have the file, you must create the file first, because if you don't have this file, let me just rename this file and make it contacts. Let me just make it contacts so it will be different from what I have here. You will see the error is going to show. So once I click here, it's going to show me cannot get contact.html because the file is not valid. You don't have that file. You have not created this file already. So for you to create it, you just have to come here. If you don't have it already, click on this first icon. You see new file. You type the contact.html and enter it to create that file. So I just have to rename this back. Now I have the file now. So in this place, now let me open it. In this place, contact.html, I will now have my form. We have treated this in the form, because this is where the form is going to be. This is going to direct me to. That contact me is going to direct me to. So I will have my form, and I will be making use of posts because I want to post it to the admin email. So I will make use of posts. Yes. And the action should be mail to maybe support or anyone. My email. Okay, let me use my email. Sorry, let me use this. Gmail.com. Okay. Let me use gmail.com. Okay, this is where the email is actually going to be sent to. Okay, this is where the email is actually going to be sent to this particular form I'm going to fill here. Now inside this form, I should have first input should be name, input type should be text. Okay, and the placeholder. Let me use placeholder. I don't want to start using label. Placeholder should be what? Your name. We have treated it, so I will just be calling. If any place you don't understand, please, you can actually get back to us using the comment section. I will be there to attend to you. The second one should be text also, and the name can be maybe your email. Okay, it's not text, it should be email, because that's what we're going to type here. And the third one should be what? Message, right? So message should have text area, no longer input. So I have to delete this. Should have text area. Inside this text area, I can have my placeholder. Placeholder should be okay. Message. Then the name attributes can be message too. The name attribute can be message. The name attribute for this one can be email. Then the name attribute for this one can be name. Okay. Yeah. Now let's okay. I am missing another thing. Another thing is submit. Submit button. Can we just make use of my button? Let me just make use of my button. Send message to admin. Yeah, I think we are good. My missing post is going to send to this person, and I have this ones. Okay, let's check. Now when I go to this place, and after reading the person's portfolio, and I write the portfolio, I say, wow, this is nice. I can actually come here and contact the person, contact the admin. If I click on contact me and click on here, I can have, okay, let me just break this in. I'm not using break tag. Let me just break them. Break, copy, paste, paste again. Okay, let me make it to break tag. Okay, I think it's nice now. Now, after reading the portfolio, I can actually come here and click on contact me. So once I click on contact me, it's going to go to contact.html. You can see the URL here. So now, when I fill my form, when I fill this form and click on send and send message to admin, it's actually going to open my email, this email box, and all those things are filled here. Can you see it? I filled Kanu Chisom as the name. You can see the name, also Kanu Chisom. The email, this is my email, and the send, this is my send, because I use name attribute in that send. Then submit, that is what is making this thing to submit. So are you seeing the work of this particular stuff? So that's why it's very important to make use of name attribute, which we have treated in our tutorial when we treated form. So if you have not watched that tutorial on form, please, we took our time to explain that thing very well. Okay, so that as a beginner you can actually understand it better. Now we made use of this attribute, and also made use of the required. This required will make you to fill all input before you can be able to submit this. You must fill all inputs. Let's say for example now I want to submit this and I only fill this one. Let me delete this one that I put required and click on submit. It's going to tell me please fill out this input. But without this required, I can actually fill that maybe. Okay, let me use this one. Let me remove this required. I can actually fill this one, and I will not fill this one, and let me fill this one. It will go. I think it's actually going. So but when you add your required, it will make you to fill all the inputs. It's just like a self-validation. You get a self-validation. It's very important to add it in your code. So they must fill all those inputs, unless if it's any input that you don't want the user to fill, it's not mandatory. You get, they can choose to fill or not. You don't need to add the required. But if it's input that they must fill before they can submit, it's important to make use of required. Then when you're making use of the PHP, you can also validate again with PHP. So that's it. So you must make use of required. So if I fill this information and fill it out extend, I will be able to see the information in admin. So this is admin's email. You can type the subject and send the email. It will send. Once I click this email, this user will see this details I sent here. So this is how you can actually achieve this. Now remember that this information is not showing very well because we're not using any inked type. We're not using any encryption type. You can see this percentage sign and all these signs. So we have to come here and make use of our ink type, and it should be test plain because we're not submitting to database. It should be test plain. So once you submit, welcome. Once you submit again, it's going to show very well. You can see it's showing it's readable now. It's readable, so admin can understand this. So you can send it to admin and it will send. So guys, this is how you make use of. This is how you can be able to structure your resume website with HTML alone. You can see this. Our resume is looking nice. So maybe in your usual time, you can actually add more information in your own. If you're doing your own, you can actually add more information. I didn't add the work experience here because of time. I didn't add work experience here. You can actually add work experience just like we added here. You can add the place you worked and the year you actually worked, how many years you worked in that place, and under them you can have your table data under them. So you can actually make use of this sample to structure your work experience when you're building your own, when you're practicing on your own. So guys, I urge you to practice these things, because if you don't actually practice this, you might forget all these tags and HTML tags we have created. You get something like field sets. If you don't make use of this particular field set, because it's not that common, if you don't make use of them, you might tend to forget some of them. And for you to remember, you have to go back again and read it up again for you to be able to remember. So guys, practice is the key. Practice is the key. So when you are free, you can practice all these things. With this, we are done with HTML tutorial for beginners. So any other tutorial you're going to be seeing in HTML should be short videos on how you can able to achieve a particular task. So guys, please subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed, and turn on your notification bell so that whenever we publish a new video, you will get notified. And please, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, and make use of the comment section. If you have any question, don't forget we're here to attend to you. We're able to attend to all your questions. And if you're not in our WhatsApp group, I'm going to drop the link under the description section. You can join us there, where we interact together and learn together too. So this is the end of this tutorial on HTML. We're going to start the CSS tutorial. That is going to be our next tutorial. We're going to be starting with CSS. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell. If you have any question, you can make use of the comment section. I will be glad to attend to you. So see you guys, and bye for now. Never stop learning. Bye.